Hi, Johnny.
नमस्ते निवृत्ति साहब। निवृत्ति साहब नमस्ते।
नमस्कार, गुड आफ्टरनून।
गुड आफ्टरनून राजोले सर, नमस्ते।
नमस्ते नमस्ते।
एक 2-3 मिनट में स्टार्ट करेंगे हम लोग।
यस, ठीक है।
शिवांगी मैडम, आर यू रेडी?
Yes, sir.
Shall we start now?
Yeah, we should start now.
Good afternoon, everyone. आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है that is related to grape nursery opportunities in India. आज हमारे साथ दो महत्वपूर्ण स्पीकर जुड़े हुए हैं. Mr. Nivrutti Dhawale, viticulturist from Nashik. Mr. Pravin Rajole, senior horticulturist from Nashik. Both are expert in wine industry, wine grapes. So I welcome both the speakers on behalf of Indian Nurserymen Association. आज हमारे साथ जो भी पार्टिसिपेंट जुड़े हैं उनका सभी का मैं इंडियन नर्सरीमैन एसोसिएशन की ओर से स्वागत करता हूं. जैसे कि हम सब लोग जानते हैं कि टेबल ग्रेप्स का इंपॉर्टेंस डे बाय डे बढ़ता जा रहा है, उसी के साथ साथ जो वाइन वैरायटीज आ रही है उसका भी इंपॉर्टेंस बढ़ते जा रहा है. और उसी संदर्भ में आज हमारे को मार्गदर्शन करने के लिए हमारे साथ दो स्पीकर जुड़े हुए हैं. आज का हमारा 51st वेबिनार है जिसका श्रेय हमारे इंडियन नर्सरी एसोसिएशन के प्रेसिडेंट मिस्टर वाईपी सिंह साहब, मुकुल त्यागी साहब, सेक्रेटरी आईएनए और द होल टीम ऑफ आईएनए को जाता है. तो उनका भी जो सभी जुड़े हुए लोगों का मैं स्वागत करता हूँ. और वाईपी सिंह साहब के मार्गदर्शन में इंडियन नर्सरी एसोसिएशन ने बहुत अच्छी एक्टिविटीज की 1.5 साल में. उसका संक्षिप्त में लेखा जोखा प्रेजेंट करने के लिए मैं शिवांगी मैडम को रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ. तो ओवर टू यू शिवांगी मैडम.
Good afternoon,
Madam,
everyone.
Good
Yes,
afternoon.
sir.
Yeah, please share your screen.
Yes, sir. One second. Indian Nurserymen Association is a registered non-governmental organization and is a lifetime committee member of Confederation of Indian Horticulture under National Horticulture Board. INA is the leading national association for the green industry. It was founded by late Sri Arjun Das Agrawal ji in the year 1987. INA has built a network of strength, support, and success, and it represents the entire horticulture and landscape industry. INA was founded, as we know, by late Sri Arjun Das Agrawal ji, and the first president of INA was he itself. And Mr. YP Singh was elected as the 9th president of Indian Nurserymen Association, and he is also the current president of the INA. After its inception, INA has worked tirelessly to connect nurserymen across the country, and thus around 2006, it started taking shape at the national level. And since then, it has gained members from across the country as well as international participation after the formation of the current governing council in 2019. Mr. YP Singh was one of the few members associated since the inception of INA, and he has worked very closely with the founder. He started his career as the horticulturist and further established the iconic Greenways Nursery, which is now the largest plant nursery in the northern India. INA has some of the very famous personalities as our green ambassadors. The association maintains the connection and clout needed to impact legislative and regulatory decisions for the benefit of the horticulture and other associated fields and our consumers. It leverages knowledge and skill to its members, supported by its ongoing researchers, to be the leading authorities in the working of growing and selling quality plants and related products and services. It connects a group of horticulture industry, plant breeders, greenhouses and nursery growers, retailers, distributors, interior and exterior landscapers, florists, students, educators, researchers, manufacturers, and all other similar stakeholders. INA promotes the expertise of fellow professionals for the development of quality products, and it inspires better design. The thematic functions of INA could be understood as PR and advocacy, networking and partnerships, capacity building and study tour, publications and papers, events and exhibitions, research and development. During the COVID distress, the INA was called by Ministry of Agriculture, Cooperation and Farmers Welfare over video conferencing meeting to discuss over the problems which the plant nursery sector is facing due to the lockdown and other consequences of COVID-19 pandemic. INA has been in regular contact with the ministry and since lockdown was advocating them in regard to the hardships we nurseries are facing at the ground level. The Indian Nurserymen Association initially pledged to contribute a sum of 20 lakhs towards the Prime Minister Care Fund and the contribution from plants and nurseries industry. Shivai P. Singh is tirelessly pushing the agenda for the upliftment of the nursery sector through National Horticulture Board. The 33rd Garden Tourism Festival held at Garden of Five Senses in New Delhi in March 2020. The festival was organized by Delhi Tourism and Transport Development Corporation Limited in association with the Indian Nurserymen Association. A national level survey could be conducted by National Horticulture Board for the identification of all fruits, vegetables, and ornamental plant nurseries and the allied landscape sector, reallotment of subsidies to nurseries in polyhouses, revival of Confederation of Indian Horticulture, development of training centers for people from nursery, garden, and landscape sector, setting up of 4 international standards nursery hubs in India, development of R&D center by government for nursery. Ministry of Agriculture, Government of India under Export Promotion Council for Horticulture Products approved the formation of Flowers and Export Council of India, which will be an autonomous body under the Ministry to promote the horticulture export of plants and flowers from India. The Indian Nurserymen membership drive has now gone global. It is now available in countries like India, Japan, Vietnam, Lebanon, South Africa, Netherlands, Italy, Colombia, Bangladesh, and many more. To avail the membership, one can download the form from the website www.indiannurserymen.com/membership. The membership applications will be submitted through Indian Nurserymen Association's website, the INA head office, or at all zonal and state level offices of India. All membership applications will be considered as they are received. A member could be an individual or organization, example company, unincorporated organization, institution, for profit or not-for-profit corporation, partnership, governmental entity, or otherwise, that has been granted membership to the INA according to the stipulations of the association by laws and the guidance of this membership manual. Benefits of membership. Membership directory, educational seminars, INA member update, which includes offers important industry news in concise, convenient, and easy to read format. Readers stay up to date on current issues that are important to the nursery industry, including regulatory issues, immigration, politics, trends, economic news, upcoming green industry events, and much more. Members have the exclusive opportunity to advertise in the update. Members also receive Nursery Today magazine. The INA staff and Board of Governing Council maintain important partnership for its members and allied partners. These partnerships are critical to ensuring that members' interests are protected as part of the overarching green industry umbrella and as business owners. The INA publishes its monthly magazine, Nursery Today, every month. It also publishes a directory for the horticulture industry on every 3 years. The INA has been constantly organizing the educational webinar series under its Seed for Future webinar series. And today we have assembled for the 51st webinar. Thank you. Over to you, Sachin sir.
Thank you, Shivangi madam. जैसे कि all we are know कि today's topic is related to grape nursery opportunities India, and our focus is on the specifically of the wine varieties which required the processing. And today we have with us a very knowledgeable speakers, Nivrutti Dhawale. He is the viticulturist. He has wide experience in MNC companies. He has graduated in horticulture and doing a lot of activities in relation to the wine industry. I know him since last few years, and I saw his grassroots level work, and I know this work will be very helpful to our for all our participants in relation to set up the nursery. And even he is going to focus on the processing of some wine industry. So I welcome Mr. Nivrutti Dhawale on behalf of Indian Nurserymen Association, and I request him to deliver his today's talk on wine grape nursery opportunities in India. To over to you, Mr. Dhawale, sir.
Thank you, Sachin, sir. Thanks very much. Thank you for the Indian Nursery Association to give to this golden opportunity to speak here. Just we'll start to our presentation.
Just one request, your presentation, once you speak, that will be in the Hindi and English mix, so everybody will be able to understand. आप अगर हिंदी और इंग्लिश में इसको मिक्स कर देंगे तो बेटर रहेगा. थोड़ा हिंदी थोड़ा इंग्लिश, so everybody can understand. Thank you.
Sure.
Please share your presentation.
Yes. Can you see?
Yes.
Hi, it's audible.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
This is a wine grapes nursery opportunity in India. Yes, we will see the first of all to Indian climate or Indian wine growing regions to where we can grow the good quality of grapes, wine grapes as well as table grapes. Nashik is the main region in India. The climate is a cold and hot climate. Maximum temperature is a 37 to 40 degree and minimum temperature is a 12 degree. And rainfall is around 1000 millimeters a year. Second is South Maharashtra. Cold and hot compared to Nashik, this is more hotter. We know very well. So medium temperature is 15 degree. Third is the Karnataka, is the south part. Cold and hot climate. Maximum temperature is 28 to 30 degree. Medium temperature 8 degree. And rainfall is compared to Nashik, the 50% high, 1,500 millimeters. In Nashik regions, what is special? Is a coordinate with the 20 north. Altitude is 600 to 700 meters because for grapes is the most important for the highest latitude. If it is the less, there is a problem, but it is high, then much better. Its hectares almost 1200 hectares. What is a Chenin Blanc, Shiraz, Zinfandel, Viognier, Riesling, Cabernet, Merlot, Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, Pinot, and Grenache Tempranillo. These are the wine varieties. Some is red and some is white. We'll see in further the detailed varieties. South Maharashtra, mostly almost coordinate with the 17 north. Latitude is 457 meters. Compared to Nashik, there is less. Then varieties there is growing Chenin, Shiraz, Zin, Viognier, Cabernet, Merlot. The south part is the Bangalore area, Karnataka. There is latitude is 1,000 meters. Compare Nasik, there is a much higher. In hectare there are the 600 hectares. Compare Nasik, there is less, but they're still growing that much better. Varieties mostly there is mostly focus on red varieties. Mostly Shiraz, Cabernet, Sauvignon, and Chenin Blanc, and Viognier. So climate of the Indian climate. Tropical wet, 2 season rather similar one. Mark with wet, enough wet, strong winter. क्योंकि winter ज़्यादा नहीं है अपने पास, लेकिन इधर temperate subtropical zone, Punjab, Haryana, most of the upper north part, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, wines undergo to dormancy in this region because there is a lots of cold winter, dormant climate. So wines can go to under dormancy. What tropical zone? In this region, Maharashtra उसमें most आता है, Maharashtra है, North Karnataka है, Andhra Pradesh. Wasn't then wine doesn't go to under dormancy. Double pruning and one harvest. In Europe, mostly one pruning होता है because of they have dormancy. But India is in tropical climate, so we have twice a pruning but one harvest. Maximum temperature in summer can go beyond 22 and minimum temperature is 4 to 8 degrees Celsius in winter. Mild tropical zone, South Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh. Maximum temperature does not exceed 36 to 37 degrees Celsius. But there is high humidity because of the south part close to sea. There we can grow the double crop in the year. But this quality is not as per the high standard. But these are mostly Bangla Blue, these are low bricks varieties we can grow there. Indian viticulture and winemaking history. We have long history, but many people that doesn't know in India how long we have history of the viticulture and winemaking. Vedic period is the 1 or 2 second millennia BCE. Then Harappan civilization, 2600, 1900 BCE. Then Iron Age, 1200, 1 BC. Then Maurya Empire. Then Chola Empire, Gupta Empire, Mughal Empire, Portuguese, and British. Just we know only Portuguese, Mughal, Portuguese, and British. But before that, we have also wine culture and viticulture. Mostly where growing the grapes in the world. You can see here maximum countries they're growing, mostly for the north, mostly for the European countries and Asian countries. But compare Asian countries is the European countries, they have growing the maximum grapes. The large wine grape producer or wine grape plantation under cultivation plantation is Spain. Spain is the highest in the world to under cultivation of wine grapes. Then Italy, France, USA. You can see the red one, these are all wine grapes. The maximum producing. India, China, Chile, Africa, they have mixing table grape and wine grape. Grape cultivation here in India. So we can see here, these are all numbers in cultivation in 1,000 hectares. Like last year, up to 2020, we have almost 147,000 hectare in plantation cultivation area in India. Because this is gradually quite high and quite very fast. This is very important to this very good sign to India, to the grape nursery to achieve this opportunity to cash in. Then wine grape varieties. If you have any questions, you can ask here. Hello.
Please go ahead, Mr. Nivrutti, sir.
Okay.
We will in last we will have the question and answer session.
Okay, fine, no problem. Then wine grapes variety, most is white varieties, is all seeded varieties. In wines, nobody use in seedless. It's all seeded varieties. You cannot find in the world is a seedless variety. All is for the seeded variety. Because we need to juice, not a pulp. So in hybrid means seedless grapes, they have pulp, but in seeded variety, they have juice. So we require juice, not a pulp. So here is a Riesling. This Riesling variety mostly in German. German is very famous variety in Germany, Riesling. The Grünstemena is a French, Italy. Chenin Blanc, France and Africa, there's more production. In mostly Chenin Blanc, there is a lower valley in France and Africa, there's a more producing. Then Torrentes. This again Italian varieties. Semillon. These again Italian French variety. Pinot Blanc, Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, Chenin. These are white varieties. Almost in world, 96, more than 96 variety growing in the world, in wine variety, under wine variety. There's a white and red. These again the red varieties. Merlot, Pinot Noir, Shiraz, Zinfandel, Sangiovese, Neverblanc, Grenache, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Shiraz. These are the more famous worldwide varieties. These are more famous, these are worldwide varieties, these growing almost everywhere. Everywhere, each and every country, from north to south. Then we have again different types of the rootstock. Mostly in India, we're using the Bangalore Dogridge. Bangalore Dogridge is mostly for the USA. Long back, USA is using this rootstock, Bangalore Dogridge. But India now is a maximum alone 99%. All farmers using the Bangalore Dogridge because these are more tolerant of the drought conditions, lime, calcium carbonate, and good vigorous, very high vigorous and long vegetative cycle for the Bangalore Dogridge. That's why we use. But as well as the new Pulsan 1103, this also in India now is growing very faster after Dogridge. Then Ramsay. Ramsay is mostly over the Salt Creek, where is a more calcium carbonate, more high pH soil. In that area is this Ramsay we use because this is very fast and very tolerant of the chloride or high calcium carbonate. Then again the SO4. SO4 is again is a shallow rooted, not long vegetative cycle. We're using for the in India, we not recommend to SO4. Then Rister. After is the Bangalore Dogridge and Pulsan, is the Rister is again is the good grower growing in India. The worldwide mostly for the Pulsan, Rister, SO4, and 41B. These are rootstock mostly using in the world, every part of world. These are more famous rootstocks. This 41B also is a very vigorous, long vegetative cycle, good producing, good deep rooted, grape use of drought tolerance. We will use this much better. In more rootstock, we have also many, almost more 10 rootstock, but this is a worldwide, this is more famous rootstock to plantation. Here is a Pulsan. Pulsan is a much better for the grafting. Compare Bangalore Dogridge. Bangalore Dogridge is a quite hardwood, so for the matching cyan to graft. But a Pulsan is a very soft, so that's why the percentage of grafting percentage is very high. So maximum in world now Pulsan is the maximum growing rootstock for the all varieties. Here is some table grape varieties, red varieties. Mostly for the Shiraz seedless. These were the selection varieties for India. Only the Flame and Crimson, these are from the Europe, but these are the Shiraz, Mama Jumbo. These are the for the Shiraz selection. These are mutation. These are selection varieties. Then Crimson seedless, Flame seedless. These are the mostly famous Indian climate growing the varieties for the table grape. These are all export variety. We can use export. Then white varieties. Compare red, we have maximum of the white varieties. But this Thompson seedless in word called the Sultana. Thompson is mostly for this USA, but is a worldwide. If you say maximum people they Sultana, they're saying the not Thompson, this is Sultana. This name is again Sultana. Then Sudagar seedless, Manik Chaman, Tuye clone seedless, RK seedless, Dhanaka, SSN, Sonaka. These some roundness varieties, some is the elongated variety. Elongated variety is the most important for this like Dubai and Bangladesh. These are more famous for the elongated variety, long grapes. Mostly these in both the Dhanaka, SSN, and Sonaka. These are elongated variety. The remaining all these are rounded variety. This all we can take export. It's a good market export the Europe and other countries also. Now the question is why need high-tech grape nursery in India? Now we have small nurseries or we are make a farming, we are do farming. लेकिन हमें क्यों grape nursery की जरूरत है? Why? So fast grape growing area in India. अभी जो है अभी तो बहुत ही फास्ट ग्रो हो रहा है इंडिया. जो प्लांटिंग है आपने ग्राफ देखा है, this is the highest planting, maximum planting now under the cultivation of the grapes. Then growing of Indian agriculture economy. Agriculture economy है, this is growing very faster. Global warming, जो अभी जो बहुत सारी दिक्कत आ रही है ग्लोबल वार्मिंग की वजह से. This is we are facing challenges in India. Then critical grape cultivation. Day by day grape का जो cultivation है वो critical होते जा रहा है. Then time saving, money saving and consistent quality, virus-free propagation material, and easy to grape cultivation. Virus-free propagation is the most important because so far India, maximum people, almost 99% people, they don't know about the detail in virus. But in future, is a bigger problem in India. So we need to start now to virus-free material propagation. Then our future will be bright. So we'll discuss why need we virus-free material and what happened about the virus. You can see this is the first, the Shiraz decline. This disease decline is growing very faster. It's a Pacific in varieties in Shiraz, but there is a big impact. In this virus affected it vineyard because the trunk will be breaking. Your xylem and phloem breaking from this disease decline, Shiraz decline. So in word, maximum clone is now banned because of this problem. So when you propagation, this we need to free up Shiraz decline. Then is a major is a fan leaf virus. Fan leaf virus is again the problem with the virus. We can't remove. Is a Shiraz decline also we can't remove. We haven't any preventive or operative solution. We haven't so far now. Just only one we have solution to clean propagation material. So fan leaf virus. In this, like the vines leaves is coming the yellow, low chlorophyll, or when they mature the wine grapes, then your wines is coming the yellow. So your quality and quantity you get an effect. Then also leaf roll virus is a major virus in world. Is a very affect on the your quality and quantity. Leaf roll virus means जो अपने के जो पत्ते होते हैं ग्रेप के पत्ते उसको रोल किया जाता है यानी कि रोल होता है द टुवर्ड्स द स्टेम. मोस्टली ये होता है कब मैक्सिमम अपना जो आफ्टर जब भी आपका ग्रेप का लीव्स है जो मैच्योर होता है व्हेन द लीव्स आर मैच्योर then is affect is a much more. This is a called is a red leaf also. Second name is the red leaf, but is a leaf roll virus, but is a red leaf. These are both are affected in a white variety and red variety also. Is a major problem. Is there is a 18 types of the LRV, but mostly in grape, there is a more effect on the mostly 5. This is only for 1, 3, and 5. These are 3 viruses in leaf roll virus. These are more effect on the your wine quality and quantity. This is much better. You can reduce your quantity almost 60% and quality almost to 80% from this virus. And this spreading virus from the pouring, vector, mechanization for this vector is millibugs. Millibug is a very, very important. We need to control, always control. Otherwise, this millibug is a very fast vector. You can eat one leaves to other leaves because this is crawling to one vines to other vines. So this is the most important virus-free material we need to propagation. Then is the stem pitting. In stem pitting, you can see here this all xylem and phloem. When this in virus is removing from bottom side. You can see this all vineyard look like a dry vineyard, but you can't sustain these vines with xylem, without xylem and phloem. So these are stem pitting virus. These viruses, so we need to take a precaution and get propagation with the clean and nice material, Now is the propagation methods. So propagation methods, now different types of propagation methods. I request to Pravin to start with the propagation methods.
Rajole sir, can you able to hear us?
Yes. Please wait. So I will wait. Okay, I will share with my presentation. Okay. So in grapes, we will use different propagation methods. In that,
just do the full screen kar dijiye, full screen.
Grape can be propagated by sexual and asexual methods. In which first is sexual. It's made
Pravin,
by
your voice is, you're not audible.
So it is encountered with
Rajole sir, Rajole sir, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है. You're not audible.
क्या है मैंने?
Your voice is, नहीं वॉइस ब्रेक हो रहा है आपका. थोड़ा माइक चेक कर लीजिए आपका.
वेट. दिख रहा है क्या फुल स्क्रीन?
हाँ थोड़ा वॉइस कट है आपका, थोड़ा चेक कर लीजिए.
हेलो.
हाँ प्लीज गो अहेड.
He got disconnected.
Dhawale sir, please continue with your presentation till.
Okay.
Still he joined.
Okay, sure.
You just give the information regarding the grapes and wine. Please go ahead.
Okay, so propagation methods is now is the remaining. The Pravin will be explaining to you. You can see the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So just yes. Now he will be we're talking with the propagation methods for the omega and bench graft. This for the worldwide this method is applying. So for the V and omega graft is for the bench graft. This is calling the bench graft. What is a bench graft? Bench graft means you don't need to any farm. to do this activity. You can do this activity all in your pack house. So the other activity you need to inform, but here you can do activity on table on your greenhouse or your pack house or your shed or your premises, nursery premises. So purpose for the propagation high quality nursery vines, cutting, harvest and handling. So we can go with the video. When I play video, I can pause and explain to you all small things. So we can go now. We can go now video. Here you can see this is a mother block of the rootstock. Any rootstock, whatever what it is, mother block. This is 1,000 hectares they planted is a mother block. You can see these are almost 10 to 20 feet. Cane is growing for the mother block rootstock. This is whatever is the pulsar, ristar, SO4, dogreach. These are the most important. In wine nursery or table grape nursery, this is the 90% role is a rootstock. Rootstock means rootstock quality of the cane, quality of the rootstock. This is the most important part of the nursery. Here is the debudding process. Because in India, we're doing manually, but there is a high volume. That's why they use the machines. You can see the bud is removing, debudding. This is the rootstock is the most important for the debudding because when you propagate, we don't require to sprout rootstock bud. We need to sprout only sign bud. So we need to remove. This is the rootstock bud and other part. Just we need to keep only plain cane, rootstock cane. These rootstock at least 8 months before, 8 month old, more than 8 month old age we required for the good grafting material because the maturity is the most important for the rootstock. You can see here, after this debudding, we need to make a cutting pieces. Every piece height is almost 1 feet. This is a plant height, total plant height when to finish. This is a 12 inch. Now with a 12 inch into 1 feet is required for the grafting. You can see here, when there is a bottom cut, every vines is below the buds, is 2 mm remaining. उसमें 2 mm का गैप रख के उसको कट कर रहे हैं बॉटम से और टॉप जो है वो जो बर्ड है उसके आगे, यानी कि जब भी वो आपका इंटरनोड है वहाँ पे आपको कट करना है, क्योंकि मैक्सिमम आपको बर्ड नहीं रखना है। जैसे आपको ग्राफ्ट करना है, जैसे आपको टॉप ग्राफ्ट करना है या टॉप जो कटिंग है क्रूस्टॉक की उसके ऊपर आपको प्लेन रखना है, उधर बर्ड नहीं रखना है। Now we see the rootstock is a quality. You can say there is a rootstock inside the pith, the bark. This is the most important part. This is the pith. We call it the pith, the bark. This is the most important. Is almost total diameter is 25% is required. 20 to 25% is required. Up to total जो भी bark है, total diameter है केन का, वो requirement है. और diameter is almost start to 7 to 12 mm is a requirement. 7 to 12 mm requirement is for grafting because of the depends of the size of the rootstock and scion. So here maximum चाहिए तो maximum is 12 mm, but the minimum is 7 mm to start grafting of production. We can get it a good rootstock for the production for the 7 mm to 12 mm. लेकिन जो अंदर का जो pith है, this is the most important. It is showing the indicator of the quality of the your cane or rootstock maturity. फिर वो उसको जब कटिंग होता है तो उसका 100 कटिंग के बंडल बनाए जाते हैं फॉर द मेकिंग गुड फॉर द काउंटिंग। उसके बाद उसको केमिकल में डी इंसेक्शन के लिए, सैनिटाइजेशन के लिए उसको केमिकल में डुबाया जाता है। ये मैक्सिमम प्रोसेस होता है 5 to 7 hours to in putting the chemical because of the any fungal disease we need to remove that. So this is the required chemical treatment to fungicide treatment to at least 5 to 7 hours, and then they removing. दिस इज द साइंस। साइंस मीन्स आपको जो भी वैरायटी ग्राफ्ट करना है वो वैरायटी के साइंस साइन। मोस्टली अपने इंडिया में 2 बर्ड यूज किए जाते हैं जो भी हम लोग ग्राफ्ट करते हैं फील्ड में या फिर जो भी नर्सरी में, उसको 2 बर्ड यूज करते हैं। यहाँ पे बेंच ग्राफ्टिंग में या ओमेगा वी शेप में और ओमेगा में एक ही बर्ड ग्राफ्ट हो जाता है। और उसकी भी जो क्वालिटी है, शाइन की क्वालिटी, दिस आल्सो मच इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर द लाइक अ रूस्टॉक। सेम इज रूस्टॉक, जितनी रूस्टॉक की क्वालिटी इंपॉर्टेंट है उतनी साइन की क्वालिटी इंपॉर्टेंट है। इसको अच्छी तरह से उसका डोर्मेंट बर्ड जो है डोर्मेंट होना चाहिए। उसका जो अंदर का पिथ है वो मोर डार्क ब्राउन होना चाहिए। उसकी जो एज है मोर देन ऑलमोस्ट 8 मंथ होनी चाहिए। उसका जो ब्राउन डार्क चॉकलेट जो कलर है वो आना चाहिए। उसका जो कार्बोहाइड्रेट लेवल है वो वेरी हाई होना चाहिए। क्योंकि रूस्टॉक का यूज क्यों जरूरी है, क्योंकि उसके बाद ये ग्राफ्टिंग होने के बाद टोटल जो कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स जो वाइन्स को स्प्राउट करने के लिए, उसको एनर्जी जो भी ग्रो करने के लिए वो सब इंटरनल होता है, उसमें कोई उसको ये नहीं होता है कि उसको का ना रूट रहता है ना कुछ रहता है, तो उसको दे यूज ओन कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स. Rootstock need to use own carbohydrates, so rootstock needs to use our own carbohydrates. So rootstock most important to they have reserve carbohydrates, so very very strong. जैसे हमने रूस्टॉक केमिकल ट्रीटमेंट किया, सेम इज जो साइन है, साइन वुड है, उसकी जो कटिंग्स है, जो भी बर्ड निकाले हैं क्राफ्टिंग के लिए जो रेडी है, सेम उसी मेथड से उसको फंगीसाइड का ट्रीटमेंट करने पड़ता है, रिक्वायर्ड है, तो फर्दर डी इंसेक्शन के लिए. अभी जो प्रोसेस है, अभी रूस्टॉक क्लियर है, साइन क्लियर है अपना, उसके बाद अभी सपोज आपके पास पूरा आपने करके उसमें कोल्ड स्टोर में रखा, उसका जो टेम्परेचर है, ह्यूमिडिटी मोर देन 90% एंड टेम्परेचर है 2 to 4 डिग्री प्लस, नॉट माइनस, प्लस, तो उसमें रखा जाता है. फिर उसके बाद दिस रिमूव फॉर द ग्राफ्टिंग. यू कैन सी हियर दिस इज द ओमेगा ग्राफ्ट मशीन. हियर द वन फैंडल, one shot is the graft is ready. There is two types of the machines ready in available market. The one is V shape and one is omega shape. But V shape is the most old method. But now is the omega is the new methods and very fast and accuracy is much better. And production level also in success this is a very high percentage. So now is the word mostly used for the omega methods, omega grafting. They calling the omega grafting. You can see the one panel is the graft is ready. Now इसके राइट साइड में उसमें साइन है और लेफ्ट साइड में रूस्टॉक है. रूस्टॉक का जो भी टॉप पोर्शन है और साइन का नीचे का पोर्शन, बर्ड के नीचे का हिस्सा, उसको एक तरह के एंगल से एक नीचे ऊपर साइन और नीचे रूस्टॉक, और फिर उसको पैंडल से प्रेस करना है, तो ऑटोमेटिकली वो ग्राफ्ट बन जाता है इमीडिएट. तो एक पर्सन है इज एक्सपर्ट पर्सन, ऑलमोस्ट 3000 एक पर्सन ग्राफ्ट कर सकता है दिन में. वन पीपल कैन, एक्सपर्ट पीपल कैन मोस्टली डू द ऑलमोस्ट 2005 to 3000 ग्राफ्ट इन विद इन 8 hours. उसके पहले बिफोर ग्राफ्टिंग जो भी रूस्टॉक की साइज है, बिकॉज 7 to 12 mm, वी नीड टू सेपरेट टू फॉर द mm size. 7 diameter is a different bundle, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. जिससे यू नीड टू ग्रेडिंग, आपको अलग ग्रेडिंग करना है. उसी हिसाब से जो आपका जो साइन है, वैरायटी का जो साइन जब ग्राफ्ट करना है उसके ऊपर, उसका भी सेम ग्रेडिंग होता है. फिर ये जो ग्रेडिंग मटेरियल है उसको अलग अलग तरीके से अलग टेबल पे रखें. उसको जो ग्राफ्टर है उसको फिर उसको देखना नहीं है, उसको खाली ग्राफ्ट करना है फटाफट, क्योंकि फिर उसको दोनों साइज का एक ही साइज का उस टेबल पे साइन भी रहेगा और रूस्टॉक भी रहेगा, तो फटाफट ग्राफ्ट करते चल जाएगा. See here, these are rootstock. You can see here rootstock and cyan. This is a perfect match. But in India, we can't, never look like this, because our method is different and this method is different. This is only one bird. और फिर यहाँ भी एक और एक टेक्निक है कि रूस्टॉक का जो बर्ड है, जो लास्ट बर्ड एंड का, और आपका जो साइन का बर्ड है, उसको अपोजिट होना जरूरी है, क्योंकि रूस्टॉक का हो या ग्रेप केन का बर्ड कभी एक ही तरफ नहीं होते, उसको अपोजिट होता है. एक नॉर्थ में रहेगा तो एक साउथ में रहेगा केन के. सेम इज आपका जो एंड बर्ड है तो नॉर्थ में है, तो आपको जो ग्राफ्टिंग वाला जो बर्ड है, साइन का बर्ड है, उसको नॉर्थ में होना चाहिए। वो दिस इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट। After grafting, when the graft is ready, just put the wax. These are all entire process. 3 times we need to wax. These are wines. These are grafted wines. 3 times. This is the first wax. This is up to wax. This is the use for this. This not wax only. This is the antifungal in between. In the mixing is the antifungal and hormones. Hormones mean the IBA and IAA. This is mixing with this wax. So these are helping for the callousing, the grafted part, and this is precaution of the antifungal also. So this way, this required is the wax. Here this is a box. The previous is a mostly for the 10 year, 20 year before, the people using for the wooden box. But now either they using the plastic box. This is a box of crates. This is a not pack crates like top. Now people they using, and this you can see this is a wood dust. This is a pine wood dust, fresh pine wood cutting dust. You can see this is a dust. This media for the calcing media. These are mostly the people they using for the dust. There is other more two option is there for the calcing. You can use for the dust, perlite, vermiculite, or plain water. But these processes are different. This process is for the wood dust, sawdust, for the pine wood. After the grafting, waxing, and filling the box, here all bins and crates put in the humidity rooms. This is the most important part in the nursery. Humidity room is the most important. Humidity room will be packed very well sanitized. No any fungal disease inside the humidity room. We need to keep clean and nice. Temperature is required here almost 28 to 30 degree throughout the day night, and humidity 80 to 90 degree you need to maintain, and 24 hour. These process happening almost 2 weeks to 3 weeks in the calcing room for the calcing and sprouting process. This is a calcing process. We call it the calcing process. Just before that, when you grafting, before your vaccine, we need to do treatment with the hormones. Hormones means IBA. IBA used only for the bottom, the 1 inch. This is the different of the ppm. This is maximum for the 1500 ppm to 2000 ppm or the 4000 ppm, depends on the rootstock to rootstock, using for the methods for the root calcing. For the graft calcing, there is no using any hormones. Only for the bottom, the rootstock bottom, they using there for the hormones for the 4000 ppm for the IBA for the root callus. after 2 or 3 weeks, you can see after humidity room, when the process complete, you can see here, just you can see on the top, there is a new sprout coming, and below that, just graft. This is a complete fill the wax. This is a callousing graft, and from bottom, this is 100% callus came, and some vines the root also came after callousing process after 3 weeks of the this one callus the humidity room. This is second wax. Now with the when the wines ready, जब wine ready होता है दूसरे स्प्राउट के साथ, और फिर उसका कैलस बॉटम कैलस प्लस टॉप कैलस स्प्राउटिंग, ग्राफ्ट कैलस एंड बॉटम कैलस, उसके लिए रूट कैलस, जब ये पूरा तीनों मैच होगा तब उसके बाद वो जो स्प्राउट है या ग्राफ्ट है उसको सेकंड वैक्स के लिए लिया जाता है फॉर द सेकंड वैक्सिंग व्हाई इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द फील्ड ग्राफ्टिंग। इसके लिए जो अभी यानी इन्फेक्शन यानी कि आपको उसके बाद आपको प्लांटिंग करना है पॉट में और फील्ड में, तो उसके पहले आपको उसको डी इंस्पेक्शन करने के लिए उसको आपको सेकंड वैक्स थिन लेयर हो आता है उसके ऊपर, कि उसको फिर वैक्स पर उसका जो ग्राफ्ट है ग्राफ्टिंग का जो भी कैलस है उसको भी आपको क्लीन रखना है, फिर उसको एंटी फंगस जो है एंटी फंगल है उसको भी बचाना है, इसलिए उसको सेकंड वैक्स किया जाता है। After this process, after wax, immediately these vines coming to open field planting. There is a two process of the propagation, the open field and pot in greenhouse. Now we are seeing now is the open field. Mostly maximum quantity goes to open field planting. You can see here, these are after this vines ready. This is without root, but callus is there. Callusing is there in from bottom. So every 2 inch डिस्टेंस पे उसको वर्टिकल प्लांट किया जाता है, उसको 50% जो पार्ट है उसको ग्राउंड में पुल किया जाता है यानी फिक्स किया जाता है और विथ मल्चिंग पेपर के साथ, और फिर उसको स्प्रिंकलर के हिसाब से उसको इरिगेशन देते हैं। लेकिन यहाँ पे उसके लिए जो सॉइल को स्ट्रक्चर है मोर रिक्वायर्ड द मोस्ट सैंडी सॉइल टू इजी टू ग्रो। सॉइल का जो पैरामीटर है वो मोस्टली रिक्वायर्ड द मोस्ट सैंडी सॉइल और विदाउट एनी फंगल डिजीज or weed. You can see there is no roots, but callus is there. Callus is there. When after the planting, then definitely did after callus, there is the transfer to root formation. Root they will start. Yes, After planting, you can see that after 4 months or 5 months, this is the green leaves coming on out of, and callus, the root is going inside the soils. Here is required the trimming, the foliage trimming, because we not required to excess growth, because we need to require also maturity, cane maturity. So for the better fungicide spray and for the maturity, this is why required for the chopping. This is a trimming. To every 15 to 20 days, we require the trimming for the new canopies, new foliage. Now is the vines ready after planting 8 months. This is growing in the soil in the plant to harvest. This is 8-month period to require mature the vines, mature the plants, roots and cyan and with cane. So after this, now is the time to remove the vines from the soil. You can see here, there is an automatic machine. These are uprooted vines, make up bundles and make a separates with roots, with total roots and cyan and the stock, the full grafted vines. Yes, you can see here from the here below the cyan, there is a graft. Graft is a mature. You can see the more brown and full graft with skin, new skin, and top one is a mature cane with significant mature cane with more than like pencil size, more than pencil size, 1 or 2 shoots. Or from bottom, you can see these are up to 1 feet roots. You can grow up to 1 feet roots with minimum more than 10 roots per vine. The international standard is for the good vines, either more than 10 roots is required, not the one side. It's a total side, full throughout the round vines from the down portion, callusing portion. This is not a one portion or one side or 30%, 40%, 60% throughout the diameter. The required is 100% required, full covered from the bottom and more than 10 roots. And size is more than 2 mm is a compulsion. Root size is more than 2 mm is required for the quality vines. And above is a graft, is a top graft is a more than pencil thickness, full graft, this one, and full mature, and with the full canopy maturity, in the cane maturity, bud maturity, we can say. Yes, you can see here. Yes, you can see here. This is a more dominant bud, but cane size is very good on top cane, this is sign cane, varietal cane. And these are all bud is the dormant conditions, not woolly or not sprout conditions, the dormant conditions. These are good sign for the maturity. Yes, this is a very important the quality parameter. Each and every graft, to checking with the thumb press, thumb impression, thumb press. We need to press on the graft either from thumb. When the break, this wine will be not good for the quality purpose, not for the plantation propagation purpose. So each and every graft, they checking with the thumb press. Now is a for the this excess canopy, removing the excess canopy. They 2 or 3 but they only keeping per vines on the top after graft for the sign, and remaining they removing. Yes, they make a now the wine is ready. Now is the bundling. Each bundle is a 24 wines. This is standard is a 25 wines is each bundle. Now they doing the third wax. The third wax for the dispatch. Why they require the third wax? For the transportation, we don't require to break birds. It's a sign birds. To precaution of the sign birds, and when you plant in a field, so precaution of the sunlight. So that's why it's required, but it depends to country use a different wax. If like India will look in the more UV added in this wax because our temperature is quite high after when we planting. So that's why we require the more UV in the wax condition. Waxing process is within a second. 1 second in dip in wax. Wax temperature should be 68 to 70 degree. Wax temperature. There is a melting point and using point to waxing. Waxing is a different color, red color, white color, green color. This 4 colors is coming. Now it make a bundling. See here is the extra roots is removing. Keep only 10 centimeters. Root is required the 10 centimeters. Total every vines requires the 10 centimeters. After that 10 centimeters, we need to remove these extra roots, because when if you not remove, then after plantation is getting some times to getting some new roots. When you cut roots from that end point, start the new roots again after plantation. So require the trimming or removing, keeping it 10 centimeters and removing extra roots. see here, we can say this is from bottom side and root size and root quality, or is the white roots, well active roots, and size is almost more than 2 mm. Each root is a more than 10 roots and each mm size is 12 mm. This is the most important for the quality of the graft or grafted vines when you before the plantations. The quality of the sign of the quality. Now they make a labeling for the variety wise. There is all details in labels, which nursery, when they produce, clone, variety, restock, batch number, everything on the mentioned in the label.
Nivrutti sir, we have to go fast just now. We are lacking in time now.
Okay. Yes. Okay. See here. Here is a mostly process of the hot dip. Why is hot dip? Because we need to remove all viruses with a 50°C temperature and 30-minute process. This is hot dip process. After this, before the dispatch wines. Yes, after this, complete the process. You can keep these all wines in a cold rooms. Cold rooms require the 2 to 4 degree temperatures and 90% humidity. You can keep these wines up to 6 months or 8 months in the cold room, the same temperature, no problem. After that, you can dispatch or planting, no problem. Yes, video is finished. Now I'll stop sharing. Then you can now is Pravin is ready.
Thank you very much, Nivrutti sir, for sharing your valuable information with all of us. And I know this information will be very useful to for all our participants. You are rightly focused on the opportunities required in nursery industry. Basically, I like the viruses problem that is a major problem in the grape industry. So
Yes.
Thank you very much for sharing your views and valuable information with us. Thank you very much once again. Now we have with us Mr. Pravin Rajole Saab. He's a senior horticulturist. He has a wide experience in the field of viticulture. So now we are with Rajole Saab, and I welcome him on behalf of Indian Nurserymen Association, and I request him to deliver his speech in a very short span. Now you have only 13 to 14 minutes left for your presentation, so please try to finish as early as possible with all detailed information. Thank you very much, sir, and please go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Dhawale sir, for sharing the valuable information to us. So I'm sharing my presentation with. सबको दिख रहा है यहाँ पे अभी?
Please do the full screen. फुल स्क्रीन कर दीजिए।
अभी हो गया full screen?
Yes, please go ahead. Please go
Yeah.
ahead.
So after the completion of omega grafting and bench grafting in wine and table grapes, I am sharing the remaining method of propagation in grapes. So please see. The first is, so grape can be propagated by sexual or asexual methods, but sexually by seed propagation is in of germination. That's why the seed germination not very well do in grape multiplication. So we go with asexual propagation as well as vegetative propagation. In vegetative propagation, there are the different method of propagation in grapes, like as cuttings, grafting, budding, back grafting, bench grafting, and omega grafting. These are the major vegetative propagation methods in grapes. So in among these different methods, so Nivrutti sir already shared bench grafting and omega grafting. The remaining methods I will share with you, in which first cuttings. कटिंग जो होती है ग्रेप्स में, अभी इंडिया में सिर्फ ये रोस्टॉक की मल्टीप्लिकेशन में ही यूज की जाती है। टाइटल जो है वो वाइन्स हो या टेबल ग्रेप्स हो, वो हाईली वो उसका जो मल्टीप्लिकेशन होता है वो थ्रू ग्राफ्टिंग एज वेल एज बेंच ग्राफ्टिंग से ही होता है। सो इन शॉर्ट में हम कटिंग्स का देखेंगे। सो प्रोपगेशन थ्रू हार्डवुड कटिंग इज द मोस्ट पॉपुलर मेथड इन प्रोपगेशन इन ग्रेप्स। सो कटिंग मेड फ्रॉम वेल मैच्योर्ड वन सीजन मीन्स 7 to 8 months old canes from productive wines as well as mother plant which are medium thickness, like as 7 to 8 thickness, 8 to 10 centimeter length, 8 to 10 centimeter internodal length, and 25 to 30 centimeter length with 3 to 4 dormant buds, which is ये जो होता है केन की साइज जो हम कटिंग्स के लिए और रिप्रोडक्शन के लिए हम यूज करते हैं। कब यूज करते हैं? जब अक्टूबर प्रूनिंग होता है ग्रेप्स का, एट दैट टाइम। सो दे फिर वो कटिंग लेके हम उसको कार्बन सॉल्यूशन में उसको डिसइंफेक्टेंट करते वो ऐसा ग्रो करना चाहिए, लगाना चाहिए उसमें कि उसके 2 और 3 बर्ड जो होते हैं वो ऊपर रहने चाहिए। सो आप ये पिक्चर में देख सकते हैं कि कटिंग कैसे करना है आफ्टर द लीफ फॉल स्टेज के बाद। देन ये कटिंग से, और ये जो कटिंग्स होती है जब हम इसमें बैग्स में एज वेल एज फ्लैट बेड्स में लगाते हैं, तो उसका जो स्प्राउटिंग होता है वो 15 to 21 डेज में प्लांटिंग करने के बाद स्प्राउट होना स्टार्ट होता है। सो ये आपका कटिंग का हो गया। बस मोस्टली इंडिया में जो कटिंग जो होती है वो सिर्फ रोस्टॉक का ही अभी मल्टीप्लिकेशन करते हैं, बट जो मेन वैराइटल जो है उसका अभी नहीं करते मल्टीप्लिकेशन थ्रू कटिंग्स का। सो आगे है ग्राफ्टिंग और बडिंग। ये जो इंडिया में अभी 90 to 95% जो भी ग्रेप्स का मल्टीप्लिकेशन होता है वो थ्रू बाय ग्राफ्टिंग ही होता है। सो हम और रिमेनिंग जो 5% जो है, 5% में बेंच ग्राफ्टिंग, ओमेगा ग्राफ्टिंग एज वेल एज 0.1% जो है वो थ्रू कटिंग्स के माध्यम से होता है। सो ग्राफ्टिंग हम देखेंगे। ग्राफ्टिंग और बडिंग इज अ सेक्सुअल प्रोसेस ऑफ जॉइनिंग 2 parts to grow them together in a single plants. ओके, सो इसमें क्या होता है इन विटिकल्चर में, ग्राफ्टिंग एनेबल्स ग्रेप्स ग्रोअर्स टू यूज रूट सिस्टम ऑफ वन टाइप ऑफ ग्रेप, मींस उसको रूटस्टॉक बोलते हैं। हेलो, रूटस्टॉक बोल। हेलो,
हाँ नमस्कार, बोला ना।
नो प्रवीण, गो अहेड।
सो हाँ बोलो।
जो रूटस्टॉक होता है उसको रूफटॉप बोलते हैं, और ऊपर वाला जो पोर्शन होता है जहाँ पे आपको ग्राफ्ट यूनियन बनाना पड़ता है तो उसको साइन बोलते हैं। सो रूफटॉक आल्सो यूज फॉर द रीजंस। रूफटॉक क्यों यूज होता है? क्योंकि डिफरेंट सॉइल एडेप्टेबिलिटी जो होती है, डिफरेंट सॉइल पार्ट्स होते हैं, देन पेस्ट एंड डिसीज रेजिस्टेंस होना चाहिए, जो रोस्टॉक जो होता है अपना, वो विगरस भी होता है, क्योंकि कुछ वैरायटी विगर होती है, विगरस वैरायटी जो होती है उसके लिए हमको कम विगरस वाला रोस्टॉक यूज करना पड़ता है, क्योंकि उसका जो फर्टिलिटी जो है, फर्टिलिटी काउंट और ग्रोथ जो होती है यहाँ पे ग्रेप्स में, वो मेंटेन करनी पड़ती है। कहीं पे डॉट कंडीशन होती है तो उसके हिसाब से हमको वो एरिया के हिसाब से वहाँ पे रोस्टॉक चूज करना पड़ता है, ड्रॉट टॉलरेंस करके, कुछ सैलिनिटी टॉलरेंस करके। बट मोस्टली इंडिया में पल्सन एज वेल एज डॉगरिज जो है, बैंगलोर डॉगरिज, वो ये दो रोस्टॉक मोस्ट ऑफ टाइम पे यूज होते हैं। तो ये जो ग्राफ्टिंग जो प्रोसेस है वो हम रेनी सीजन में इन द मंथ ऑफ अगस्त टू सितंबर में किया जाता है, और इसके लिए हमको 90 to 95% रिलेटिव ह्यूमिडिटी एज वेल एज 30 to 35 डिग्री सेल्सियस टेम्परेचर रहना पड़ता है। क्लाउडी क्लाइमेट में ये जो ग्राफ्ट यूनियन है वो उसका सक्सेस परसेंटेज जो होता है वो ज्यादा होता है। सो अभी हम आगे देखेंगे सिलेक्शन ऑफ साइंस साइन, मीन्स ऊपर वाला जो पार्ट होता है वो वराइटल, वो कैसा होना चाहिए। सो इसमें फर्स्ट जो होता है वो डिसीज रेजिस्टेंट, मीन्स साइन शुड बी साइन एज वेल एज शुड बी डिसीज और पेस्ट रेजिस्टेंट, ये डिसीज फ्री होना चाहिए। और उसका जो कितना पुराना होना चाहिए, उसका जो पीद बोलते हैं मैच्योरिटी, वो 5 मंथ ओल्ड होना चाहिए। उसको पीद जो होता है अंदर का वो भी ब्राउन इन कलर होना चाहिए, और उसके ऊपर 2 डॉर्मन बर्ड होने चाहिए जब आप कटिंग करेंगे तब। साइन की थिकनेस जो होती है, पेंसिल साइज थिकनेस एज वेल एज 7 to 8 mm होना चाहिए। और उसके ऊपर 1 इंच ग्राफ्टिंग में देखा कि उसके ऊपर सिर्फ वो एक ही बर्ड होता है, तो यहाँ पे जो फील्ड ग्राफ्टिंग बोलते हैं हम उसको, इसके ऊपर वहाँ यहाँ पे 1 or 2 बर्ड होता है। सो आफ्टर द कटिंग ऑफ साइन, साइल शुड बी ट्रीटेड विथ कार्बनडाइजिम और एनी अदर फंगिसाइड ट्रीटमेंट। ये क्यों करना पड़ता है, कट किया हुआ पोर्शन है वहाँ पे फंगल इन्फेक्शन ना हो, उसके पहले कार्बनडाइजिम और एनी फंगिसाइडल ट्रीटमेंट करते हैं। सो अभी यहाँ पे देखेंगे कि सिलेक्शन ऑफ रोस्टॉक और बैंगलोर डॉगरेज एज वेल एज पल्सन 1103, ये 2 रोस्टॉक यूज किए जाते हैं। बैंगलोर डॉगरेज है हाईली वेजिटेटिव ग्रोथ है, और जो पल्सन जो होता है उसका मीडियम ग्रोथ होता है, ये 2 रोस्टॉक्स का। सो रोस्टॉक शुड बी प्लांटेड 7 to 8 month बिफोर ग्राफ्टिंग फॉर बेटर डेवलपमेंट ऑफ होल प्लांट एज वेल एज सक्सेसफुल ग्राफ्ट यूनियन। समझो आपको ग्राफ्ट यूनियन अच्छा करना है सक्सेसफुल, तो रोस्टॉक शुड बी 7 to 8 month ओल्ड ही होना चाहिए। आप ये पिक्चर में देख सकते हो, जब प्लांटिंग किया हुआ पिक्चर है, हमने जनवरी में प्लांटिंग किया, दिसंबर में प्लांटिंग किया हुआ था, और ये आज की डेट में उसका जो स्प्रेड है, स्प्रेड जो हुआ है रोस्टॉक, ये ऐसा होना चाहिए। जब आपको रोस्टॉक एट द टाइम ऑफ ग्राफ्टिंग के टाइम पे रोस्टॉक को प्रून करना है, 2 days बिफोर ग्राफ्टिंग, रिटेनिंग 2 मैच्योर केन्स। एक जो वाइन होता है उसके ऊपर हम 2 मैच्योर कैन रिटेन करते हैं, 7 to 8 mm डायमीटर एज वेल एज थिकनेस का, 2 feet हाइट को आगे है। ये हो गया सिलेक्शन ऑफ ग्राफ्टिंग। जो ग्रेप्स में होता है उसको वेज ग्राफ्टिंग बोलते हैं। तो वेज ग्राफ्टिंग में क्या होता है, सो वेज ग्राफ्टिंग इज डन इन द मंथ ऑफ अगस्त टू सितंबर, मींस रेनी सीजन में हमको ये करना है। द ट्रंक ऑफ द रोस्टॉक इज टॉप ऑफ और कट ऑफ, मीन्स रोस्टॉक का ऊपर का जो पोर्शन है बिलो अबव ग्राउंड लेवल 2 feet के वहां पे कट करना है, और परपेंडिकुलर स्प्लिट इज मेड एट द टॉप ऑफ द रोस्टॉक बाय यूजिंग ग्राफ्टिंग नाइफ। ग्राफ्टिंग नाइफ से हमको उसको बीच में ही उसको कट करना है, उसके 2 पीस करने हैं, और अ पीस ऑफ सायन कैन containing 1 or 2 buds is cut and the base into wedge or V shape and is inserted into the split of the rootstock. The graft union is wrapped with grafting tape. Within 3 weeks के बाद जो होता है ये जो कैलस फॉर्मेशन चालू होता है वहां पे, तो इसको बोलते हैं इन विद इन 3 weeks कैलस टिश्यू फॉर्म ब्रिज बिटवीन रोस्टॉक एंड साइन। अभी ये पिक्चर में हम देख सकते हैं रोस्टॉक, जो फर्स्ट पिक्चर यहाँ पे देखते हैं बाय उसको कटिंग कैसे करना है। आफ्टर दैट सेकंड पिक्चर में है साइन का कैसा कटिंग करना है, और थर्ड पिक्चर में दिया हुआ है रोस्टॉक के ऊपर हमको कैसा छेद लगाना है, और छेद लगाने के बाद उसमें जो साइन का 1 or टू बर्ड कंटेनिंग साइन जो है उसमें इंसर्ट करके प्लास्टिक पेपर से व्रैप करना है। और आगे जो थर्ड नंबर का पिक्चर है उसमें ग्राफ्ट यूनियन जो है वहाँ पे कैसे कैलस फॉर्मेशन हुआ है, रिंग जो सर्कल में बताया है मैंने, वो देख सकते हैं। और लास्ट का पिक्चर जो है सक्सेसफुल ग्राफ्ट यूनियन होने के बाद जो ग्रेप्स का प्लांट जो है ये ऐसा होता है। सो ये हो गया वेज ग्राफ्टिंग। ये जो ग्राफ्टिंग मेथड है ये 100% क्लाइमेट के इसका जो सक्सेस रेशियो है वो क्लाइमेट के ऊपर ही डिपेंड है। समझो अगस्त टू सितंबर तक का जो ग्राफ्टिंग पीरियड है और 15 अक्टूबर तक क्लाउडी क्लाइमेट नहीं हुआ, रेनफॉल नहीं हुआ, तो इसका सक्सेस परसेंट जो है वो कम हो जाता है। नेक्स्ट है बडिंग। बट इंडिया में बडिंग जो है वो मोस्ट पॉपुलर नहीं है, बट फॉर आवर काइंड ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन मैं आपको ये शेयर करना चाहता हूँ। तो मोस्ट ऑफ ग्रेप्स में टी बडिंग यूज किया जाता है वर्ल्ड वाइड। इंडिया में थोड़ा बहुत ही होता है वाइन ग्रेप्स में। सो टी बडिंग इज क्या होता है, जब रूटस्टॉक के ऊपर टी शेप का कट किया जाता है और टी शेप की बार निकाल के उसमें डिसाइड वैरायटी का जो भी आपकी वैरायटी जो है उसका बर्ड निकाल के उसमें इंसर्ट करके उसको प्लास्टिक पेपर से व्रैप करना है, इसको बोलते हैं टी बडिंग। और इसमें सेम थिंग्स है, 21 टू 3 वीक्स एज वेल एज 21 डेज में उसको स्प्राउटिंग होना चालू होता है। बट ये भी रेनी सीजन में ही करना पड़ता है, मीन्स अगस्त टू सितंबर तक, क्योंकि उसमें ह्यूमिडिटी भी मेंटेन रहे और कोल्ड क्लाइमेट भी रहे फॉर सक्सेसफुल ग्राफ्ट यूनियन के लिए। नेक्स्ट है बैक ग्राफ्टिंग। मोस्टली अभी इंडिया में जो भी नर्सरीज है वो बैक ग्राफ्टिंग के लिए बैक ग्राफ्टिंग करती है। क्यों करती है? क्योंकि समझो कि कुछ फार्मर्स का फील्ड रेडी नहीं है तो वो डायरेक्ट नर्सरी से बैक ग्राफ्टेड जो होता है, ग्राफ्टेड पौधे जो होते हैं वो लेके अपने मेन फील्ड में लगा देते। बट बैक ग्राफ्टिंग जो है इसके बहुत सारे कॉजेस है और फार्मर्स को ये बहुत ही खर्चिक काम होता है। सो यहाँ पे क्या होता है, सेम थिंग्स वेज ग्राफ्टिंग जो है वो बैग में की जाती है, बट इसमें क्या होता है, जो रूटस्टॉक जो होता है वो प्लास्टिक बैग में डेवलप किया होता है और इसको 6 मंथ लगते डेवलप होने के लिए। सो तब भी वहाँ पे क्या होता है, बैग में तो रूट कॉइलिंग हो जाता है। रूट कॉइलिंग होने के बाद उसकी जो कार्बोहाइड्रेट डेवलपमेंट जो है न्यूट्रिशन नहीं मिलता और इसकी वजह से जो ग्राफ्ट यूनियन भले भी सक्सेस हो बट उसका जो ग्रोथ रेशियो जो होता है वो बहुत कम होता है। आफ्टर हम जब मेन फील्ड में इसको प्लांट करते हैं तो उसको बहुत सारा एफर्ट्स लगाना पड़ता है ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट के लिए। और ये जो ग्राफ्ट होते हैं बैग में ग्राफ्ट वाले, ये हमको ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के लिए भी डिफिकल्ट होता है, हैंडलिंग कॉस्ट भी इसकी हायर होती है। और प्लांटेशन होने के बाद जब हम इसको लगाते हैं उसका जो प्लास्टिक पेपर होता है ग्राफ्ट, जब निकलने के बाद उसका जो मोर्टेलिटी रेट है ग्राफ्ट्स का वो बहुत ज्यादा होता है और इसकी वजह से फार्मर्स को बहुत सारा नुकसान होता है। सो प्रेफरली आज हम ये जो नर्सरी मैनेजमेंट जो है ग्रेप्स की, तो बेंच ग्राफ्ट देन ओमेगा ग्राफ्टिंग जो है ये हाईली रिकमेंडेड प्रैक्टिस है अपने ग्रेप्स के लिए। थैंक यू।
उसके बेनिफिट देखते हैं हम लोग अभी। Pravin, answer your screen.
Yeah.
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
Good grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays that inspire, messages that forge brighter connections, and emails that get the job done, You need to think about more than just grammar and spelling. This sentence is grammatically correct, but it's wordy and hard to read. It undermines the writer's message, and the word choice is bland. Grammarly's cutting-edge technology
Dhawale sir, please share your
Yes.
screen.
Yes. You can see?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
You have to finish in next coming 5 minutes, huh?
Yes. Just we see that these machines, and we already seen this everything. This process we already seen in this video. Just you can see here, you can make these final wines look like this, and these are potted wines. Same is omega and bench graft. You can plant also in pots. This is, we can say, the green leaves, and this is a hardening. Without green leaves, it's the hardening. Hardening is you can grow in the nursery in soil and live with leaves in the pot. These are two types of the grape propagation you can do the omega grafting. Before grafting, you can see like this: full mature wines, full carbohydrates, full mature graft. Bench graft wines. You can see the advantage. What? The stock is already developed in nursery, so farmers don't require to like a Pravin say, this is quite difficult to field grafting and growing. You need to plant in January. You to wait 6 months, 9 months, then you can select grafting. These are almost 1.5 year process for the field graft. So here you don't require to plant that. Stock not needed to plant in ground, not wait for the grafting. Farmers don't care grafting success, how much success is coming or not, it depends on the climatic situations. तो आपको कोई जरूरत नहीं है कि आपको क्लाइमेट के ऊपर डिपेंड रहने की, क्योंकि दिस एवरीथिंग प्रोसेस गोइंग द अंडर द क्लाइमेट, अंडर द योर नर्सरी प्रोसेस. फार्मर गेट मोर देन 98% सक्सेस वाइन्स फॉर द प्लांटेशन. आप जो प्लांटिंग करोगे ग्राफ्टेड वाइन्स तो आपको मोर देन 98% आपको सक्सेस मिलता है. लेकिन आपको वेज ग्राफ्ट में या फिर इसमें फील्ड ग्राफ्ट में ऑलमोस्ट 60-70-80% के ऊपर सक्सेस नहीं मिलता, डिपेंड ऑन द क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस. फार्मर नॉट गेट टू सिंगल गैप इन विनार. उसको कोई भी गैप, यानी कि उसको कोई गैप नहीं रहता विनार में. ये हर एक पौधा है वो अच्छी तरह से ऊपर चला जाता है. एवरी ईयर प्रोडक्शन गेटिंग द इवन एंड गुड, नॉट इन लॉस फार्मर. हर एक यानी कि इवन गुड प्रॉफिट आता है, उसका प्रोडक्शन जो है कंसिस्टेंट आता है. फार्मर को यहाँ कोई ईयर लॉस नहीं होता है, यानी कि उसको फर्स्ट ईयर ही उसको क्रॉप आता है. आप उसको फील्ड ग्राफ्ट करोगे एज पर द प्रवीण सेड, इज रिक्वायर्ड द 2 year फॉर द गेटिंग द फर्स्ट क्रॉप. Farmer don't need to 2 year wait for the first crop. Here we are getting the first crop. Production cost is less compared to the field graft. Farmer don't need to carry high quality soil. यानी कि heavy quality soil उसको जरूरत नहीं carry, जैसे प्रवीण ने कहा है. Farmer earn money from first year, क्योंकि इसको फर्स्ट साल ही इसको क्रॉप आएगी, तो फार्मर वो फर्स्ट साल ही उसका जो पैसा है, यानी कि जो प्रोडक्शन है ग्रेप प्रोडक्शन, वो क्या वो बना सकता है और सेल कर सकता है, उसको अर्निंग चालू हो सकती है. वो यानी farmer will get grafted wines without plastic. This is no required is a plastic. As for the environment, is not required plastic. These are more mature wines you can get for the omega and new high tech nursery. Farmer not to remove plastic. उसको जो अभी जैसे प्रवीण ने बताया कि उसको फार्म में जो ये है फील्ड ग्राफ्ट है या फिर उसका बैक ग्राफ्ट है, उसको फील्ड में जाके उसको प्लास्टिक रिमूव करना है, फिर उसको बहुत सारा प्रॉब्लम्स आती है, उसमें कोई आपको ये नहीं करना है. वेयर इज टू हैंडलिंग ए फार्मर. फिर इजी टू ट्रांसपोर्टेशन. आपको ट्रांसपोर्टेशन एक बॉक्स में आपको 250 वाइन्स आप कैरी कर सकते हैं इसमें. टू स्टॉक ग्रो गेटिंग द वेरी गुड विथ नाइस स्टेम साइज. आपको क्योंकि जो स्टेम साइज है अपने इसमें फील्ड ग्राफ्ट में और बैक ग्राफ्ट में देखोगा कि साइज जो केन की साइज है, स्टॉक की साइज है, इज वेरी अनइवन, लाइक रिपील साइज और लेस देन. बट इन ओमेगा एंड दिस हाईटेक नर्सरी यू गेटिंग द सेम साइज 7 to 20 mm each and every wines you can get. Is a very high quality, so very high carbohydrates. So that's why we field plantation wines growing is very faster. Like Pravin said, is getting the field grafting or back grafting, there is getting the coil, but wines not growing as much that are expectation in field after plantation. But here is the omega and new grafting methods. These wines growing is very fast and even. said with no problem because you don't require to any feed or bag because you're not carrying any soils. Root not coiling and less expensive. Here, in my personally, I have import from France 3 times of the 2008, 2012, 2013, and just this year we import again these grafted wines from France and South Africa. I personally visited 2 countries, 2 nurseries, South Africa and France. France is a Mercier, is the biggest nursery. They have in the Argentina, California, and France. They have more than 50 lakh wine producing each year, every year. And then South Africa is a Misha nursery. There is also, they have also more than 10 lakh wines producing each year. The biggest producer in the world. I have visited both wineries, both nurseries, sorry. Now, do you know the wine information? Just small brief. Is Nashik capital of the wine capital of Nashik, India. Now is almost 12,000, 25,000 ton, 1.2. And see the total grape production area in Nashik. So it is 6,000 hectare under grape production. The wine, only wine production, we'll say the wine. More than 37 wineries located in Nashik. Now it's only 10 to 15 use of the production is the high productions. Total of that 65% grape are used for the eating purpose, and while remaining is the production of the wine, juice, jam, jelly productions. Currently, there are the 93 wineries in India. For the after these plantations or growing the economy or wine industry, now in India, 93 wineries. They are signing contract and purchase the grapes or planting the wines. 2014. In 2014, it hit record production of the 17 million liter of the wine. Nashik Valley wine, geographical indicator of India. 80% of the grape used are from Nashik. So we got geographically indicator on the world. Located at 600 meters from the sea level. Nashik is 600 meters. Then we just short history. So we have long history for the wine history. We see previous that also, but now just we go faster. The Portuguese, history British. This is a major wine producing market and wine producing. Mostly the north, Himachal, Maharashtra, Goa, is mostly Mumbai, Goa, Bangalore. Major wine markets, north and south. Major wine producing regions, Maharashtra, Himachal, and Bangalore, Karnataka. These 3 regions are the major wine producing. Current Indian wine industry key factors. There's 93 producers in India. These are major producers of Sula, Grover, Zampa, Valone, today's. The largest wine producer in India holds a 25% market share, 2014. India domestic sales rose by 20%, 2015. There are major producing regions, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Himachal Pradesh. Himachal Pradesh is just now is coming, but the Maharashtra and Karnataka is the major producer. Nashik district, Maharashtra region, account of the 80% total production output. Mostly in Maharashtra is the total India production. This is almost 80% production of wine in manufactured in only Maharashtra region, mostly for the Nashik to south region. Then we export to Malaysia, UAE, Bhutan, Germany, UK, Sri Lanka, Maldives, New Zealand, UN, London. We are also UK. We also export our wines. Then while France, Italy, Australia, they are biggest importer countries. We also import also, maximum wine also, we also import also. See, there is some information of the wine. Wine is mostly for the fruit, not added any other things, no alcohol, nothing. The white grapes, you can find like any fruit flavors, only for the citrus. if you do drink the white wine, you can find the citrus fruit, orange, bananas, pear, apple, strawberry, fig. You can find that flavors on these grapes. This is not added, not artificial. This is the natural varietal character in the white grapes. The different varieties, different character. If you go to Chenin Blanc, if you there's a more for the pineapple, like that, for the ripe banana or pineapple, like that, you can feel that fruit character. You can find this fruit character in this wine. Like Riesling or Viognier, you can find this more tropical fashion fruit, orange. This is like character. This is not added. This is the character of the varietal. The wine is a different of those type of the wine: still white wine, sweet still wine, port wine, and rosé wines. Then is the 10 benefit of the white wines: minerals, carbohydrates, and vitamins, weight loss, good for the heart, and the prevent cancer, then promote sleep, good for the lungs, prevent diabetes, improve bone strength, and reduce stress. Like a red wines, red grape, red wines, white grapes, white wine. Here you see these red wines. Further, you can find to these red grapes, plum, like red fruit, cherry, plum, strawberry, blackcurrant. These are the red fruit character. You can find this different red varietal in the wines. This is not artificial anything. This is all natural character of the wine grapes. The benefit of the red grapes, red wines, rich in antioxidant. Antioxidant mostly for the we see tannin. Tannin is an antioxidant. That's why if the maximum product is the antioxidant for the mostly people they came with the face for the antioxidant. So this is much better to the skin in tannin. So lower bad cholesterol, then keep heart healthy, then regular blood sugar, regulates and reduce the risk cancer, help treat common cold, keep memory sharp, keep you slim, you can gain your weight, reduce the risk depression, has positive effect on the digestive system. See, this is the drinking is the most for the 100 to 200 ml with food. Mostly wine into food with wine. This combination is much perfect. So if you drink any wines, white wines or red wines, go with food, not only separate. But important to your limit. That's the most important. It is recommended to 100 ml to 200 ml each every day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nivrutti ji. Thank you very much to Rajole sir also. He has given a very good information on the propagation techniques in wines, grapes. So on behalf of Indian Nursery Mission, before I thank you all the people, I just would like to take one question from our one participant that is on related to temperature. There somebody is asking about the related temperature of the Nivrutti sir. Can you focus on that temperature? Yeah, please.
Just a minute.
In your presentation, you have mentioned about the temperature. So can you answer that question?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. This is 2 to 4 degree plus 2 to 4 degree.
Okay. Now I request all the participants, those who have any question to our speakers, they are free to ask.
Sir, can I ask one question from Nitin?
Yes, sir. Yeah, please.
I just wanted to know, is the soil of Jharkhand and Bihar apt and suitable for cultivation of grapes? Can it be started? Because I haven't seen it in anywhere in Jharkhand and Bihar. And if somebody, there's a lot of land which is lying vacant in Jharkhand.
Yes, so, correct. Yes, they need to last 10-year data is the most important. Climate and soil. We need to check your soil profile, all parameters.
Sir.
And important also data, last 10-year data, climatic data, summer, winter, and rainy season.
And where will we get that data, sir?
You can use it from government or Google. You can search.
Okay.
Yeah, government is
You can also get the data from your agriculture universities,
University.
weather data.
Your local
Yeah, and
university.
also our national ICR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research जो है वहाँ पे भी आपको available हो सकता है.
या फिर आपका जो भी weather session है, local government weather session, they will provide also.
Secondly, sir, is there any institute which can give a training on growing of grapes for 4 days, 5 days, or 7 days? Is there any organization as such?
Yes, there is some mostly for the national National Research Center Pune. Yes, Grape Center. They are arranging.
Grape Center Pune, sir.
NRC National Research Center of Grape जो है पुणे में, so वहाँ पे वो अरेंज करते हैं इसका ग्रेप का पूरा जो कल्टीवेशन प्रैक्टिस जो है उसका आपको ट्रेनिंग जो चाहिए वो वहाँ पे मिल सकता है. उनके साइट पे आप देख सकते हो. NRCG ग्रेप करके गूगल में सर्च कीजिए, वहाँ पे आपको वो साइट आ जाएगी. वहाँ पे NRC
सेंटर आपने इसमें गूगल पे टाइप किया तो उसमें पूरा सब आता है. तो क्या क्या क्लाइमेट है, कैसे ग्रो करना है, उसके डिफरेंट वैरायटीज क्या है, वो भी आप देख सकते हो. इज द बेसिक.
May I request, sir, if it could be the name and the contact number, if that could be added in the group, whosoever has got, it would be slightly, we will take the learning and the fire and the dream that you have given, sir. I'm really getting quite motivated. I didn't know that it is such a wonderful line of agree, which is also available and can be done even at a place like Jharkhand and Bihar. Secondly, sir, can this also be done on rooftops?
Pardon, sir, yes. Please repeat your question.
Sir, I said, like, in the last 2-3 sessions, one of the webinar, we were given a webinar on landscaping and rooftop farming. So can grape also be grown on rooftops? Is it possible?
Yeah, we can grow the grapes. He is asking about the grapes.
Correct, but in the rooftop you can grow, but at least you need to 1 meter soil.
Okay.
At least 1 meter. Yes.
Okay, sir.
At least you need to keep 1 meter soil height.
Okay, sir.
Sir, you can grow very easily these grapes on your terrace. What do you do? Just this is my basic advice to you. You will get a barrel of 200 liters barrel in the market. You just cut into 2 pieces. Okay.
Okay.
Just make the holes for drainage and put the media for plantation and do the plantation and just you will get all the fantastic growth in that barrels. So you just try it. And we are doing these practices in our landscaping and rooftop gardens, and we are getting a good fruits. You need a good climatic condition suitable for that crop. So you just try it. If any problem, please share your number and on WhatsApp and your requirement on WhatsApp. We will reply you. So IN is there only for these things. So on behalf of Indian Nursery Association, I am thankful to all the speakers, to Mr. Nivrutti Dhawale and Pravin Rajole for sharing their valuable time with us and sharing a valuable knowledge on particularly on today's subject. So thank you very much. Thanks to all the participants for sparing their time and taking the knowledge and being with the part of the Indian Nursery Association. I'm also thankful to our President and Secretary Mukul Tyagi Saab and President YP Singh Saab. And last but the not least, our team of Indian Nurserymen Associations, especially Shivangi Madam, Pinky Madam, Riya Madam, all these are taking a lot of efforts for these webinar sessions. All credit goes to them. So thank you very much, everyone, and see you in the next webinar. Our next webinar will all be on the pit moss. So we have the great speaker with us in next webinar from Estonia. Especially they are accepted our request on behalf of Indian Nurserymen Association. So Leila Hogas from Estonia, Ev Mailan from Estonia, they are joining with us for next webinar on Saturday with Mr. Yadavji and Supal Sharma especially on the pit moss. That will be the special session for the nursery people, for media technicality, scope, and use of pit moss. So till then, have a nice time to all of you. Thank you very much. See you in the next webinar. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
Thank you to all of you.
Thanks. Take care.